A belated happy birthday is in order for Kris Jenner. The momager celebrated her 70th earlier this week, and thanks to a recent facelift, she looks probably closer in age to her daughter Kim than a 70-year-old pensioner.
Wow.
Speaking about her decision to go under the knife, I know pensioner, there's something about that word, isn't it? She said in a recent interview, if you feel comfortable in your skin, then don't do anything. But for me, this is ageing gracefully, my version. So, Nadia, what is your version?
I've got so many moments in my head as you said all of that. First of all, because I have studied Kim Kardashian and the family, and Kim has been saying for the last 10 years how terrified she was of getting older, how terrified.
Oh, really?
And I always looked at Kris and thought, wow, you've got all these stunning young women. And I think this was her second facelift. And I think now she looks younger than Kim. I honestly do think I think she looks incredible, but I think she looks younger than Kim. And I'm starting to wonder now, because they're quite a competitive family, whether they will all start having facelifts and then where do you end up?
Yeah. Right.
But and the other thing is, I don't like the word ageing gracefully, because I think, what do you think of when you think of the word gracefully? I think somebody that just floats around and is quiet and sits nicely with their legs crossed and behaves in a proper way. And I don't want to be like that. Do you? I don't want to age like that.
Congratulations, you've managed it.
Woo! 61 this year. And so I don't like the word graceful, because I think it's that whole misogynistic thing about we're past a certain age and we now need to be quiet and we need to shut up and we can't get babies anymore and all of that. So I don't agree with that. But I do also agree with that being a feminist is making your own choices for what you want. And I would also say, if somebody offered me a free neck lift tomorrow, I'd have it. but I'd be disappointed in myself, because I should feel better about my personality.
Gracie, that's the contradiction then, isn't it? Because, I mean, I have to say, I find it... Well, I mean, absolutely, everyone makes their own choices. I think it's a shame that as women, so many of us feel that we have to try and look younger. What is younger? I went for a consultation once for a facelift, I have to say.
You never told me that.
I did.
You did.
I went through the whole thing. I was going to do it. We did all of that.
What happened?
Is that period of time when the whole time you'd be talking to us, should be doing that?
Yeah.
Do you remember when she did that all the time?
I don't know, I just...
You did? You'd be sitting there and she'd be like that.
I used to lean on desks like that. Do you know what? I went for the consultation, it was very serious, and I drove away and I thought, no. I mean, the guy was very good. He said to me, well, they always give you the risks, don't they? They say there's a 1% chance of your facial nerve, this, that, that.
And one eye ending up here.
Well, you know, and I thought, it's not for me, and I'm not judging anyone else, but I was serious, and it just got to a point I thought, no, this...
Why did you want to, though? Why did you think about having a facelift? Was it...
Because my face was falling to the floor.
I like the fact that Kris Jenner's been honest about it. What gets a bee in my bonnet is when you see someone that's quite clearly had work done and they're like, oh, no, I just ate some pasta and had a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Or
well, you were open about your eyes.
Very open about my eyes. And you know what? It's made me less tired. I had so much skin sitting on my... at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'd be sort of going... I'm struggling to stay awake. I don't get that feeling anymore. But it's like you said there's too many women. It's there. Because the ones we're all talking about are women in the public eye, including ourselves. And, you know, and you see yourself on telly and you see yourself pictured out and about when some kind photographer says, there you are out shopping, you know, or whatever. And so we see ourselves maybe in a way that we wouldn't if we didn't do this job. And I don't know...
Well, we did do a poll on it, actually, and 70% of our audience said that they didn't feel an obligation.
There you go. Brilliant. So there you go.
Age gracefully.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
OT,
do you look at all of us and think, I'm going for a facelift?
No. Do you know what? I really look forward to ageing in a way, because I would say I look to my mom and my sister, where Mutz is near the menopause, so she's navigating that. My mom doesn't wear makeup, she doesn't wear the wigs, she doesn't do any of that.
Your mum looks so young, though.
Maybe it's this African sun. But I feel like, for me, ageing is having an opinion, being brave enough to be authentic, being honest, being vulnerable. And I can't wait to get to that level, because I've spoken so much about when you're younger, you're just riddled with insecurities. And I spend so much time with you, and I'm like, I want to be like that. I want to be a boss in a room and have my opinions and stand in them. And I think that comes with experience and age. So I love you all.
But do you think also culturally there isn't as much pressure growing up in Africa? It's not the same.
Yeah, I would think it's like the skin lightening. That's our thing. The older you get, you want to be lighter in the skin. So it's not age. We don't mind age. We've got women with beards walking around in South Africa. We don't mind. But it's the light beards. We love a beard.
We learn something every day.
Yeah, that's it. But the age thing is not a thing. It's what that comes with. But yeah, no, we don't.
I'm just stroking my chin hair here.
That's it.
With the lights.
Yeah, we love it. I'll play with it all night long.
Again.
I think but even the language, when we talk about you look young, that is a compliment, isn't it?
Yeah.
You look old.
You look
is an
tiny.
insult.
Yeah.
And
I think
our language
Yeah.
just reinforces that impression that to be old is bad and to be young is good. And you know, we need to unpick that.
I think if you're in a relationship as well, like a very long-term relationship, and your partner loves you and they've known you the whole way through and you love each other and you're on the same page, blah, 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 that has a great power because you know, in your own skin and in your own home, you feel, you know, loved and attractive and whatever. It's different when I'm obviously newly single, and so if I sort of look at myself as a 63-year-old woman out dating, I mean, I'm not dating, but if I was, a man in good nick my age would have a 45-year-old on his arm.
Yeah,
Seriously, most of them would. So, yeah, that's the whole, you know, other thing.
Yeah. Can we get a camera close-up on Jane? And just I don't know.